It's 2023, and I've spent well over the past 6 months with a Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, and now that I've had the Google Pixel 8 Pro for a bit, I'm gonna break down what really differentiates these phones and which one I think is the best choice for most people. First, let's look at the S23 Ultra and its advantages, the first of which is OneUI, Samsung's customized version of the Android operating system. OneUI has a ton of unique features not found on most other Android devices, like multitasking window management, edge panels, S Pen features, which include writing on your phone screen when it's off, converting handwritten notes to text, using it as a remote to take photos. Also in OneUI, you have Samsung DeX, which can turn your Galaxy phone into a computer when hooked up to a desktop monitor, and Link to Windows, where you can access your phone's notifications, messages, and photos from a PC, plus you can mirror your phone screen to your PC there as well. One of the only downsides I've really found with OneUI is its app drawer implementation. I prefer Pixel's implementation of their app drawer. It just feels faster to get to your apps versus scrolling through OneUI's pages, though you can change it to a similar app list with the Samsung Good Lock app, and that demonstrates one thing I really like about OneUI overall, and that is it's extremely customizable, and Samsung really embraces that. One downside of OneUI though is there are parts of the OS that you'll run into where you're still being advertised a third-party service, like under device protection, for example. There's a McAfee ad for one of their products. The phone also comes preloaded with apps like Facebook and Microsoft apps too, which isn't necessarily bad, but it does contribute to this feeling like you just dropped a ton of money on this phone. But its OS is filled with a bunch of you didn't ask for or need. The next benefit of going with the S23 Ultra is the 10x optical camera. The Pixel 8 Pro only has a 5x optical. The 10x on the S23 Ultra is surprisingly usable, and one I've really enjoyed using, especially on my trip to Hawaii this year, taking close-ups of waterfalls and cute little geckos. The only thing I wish the S23 Ultra had was also a 5x. Oddly, when comparing it with the new iPhone and Pixel this year, I like the 5x telephoto a bit better compared to the S23 Ultra's 3x. Overall though, if you love taking photos of cool things in nature, you'll love the 10x camera and camera system in general on the S23 Ultra. The next benefit of the S23 Ultra is video quality. Overall, while the Pixel 8 Pro video is quite respectable, I found the S23 Ultra's video to generally be ahead of the Pixel 8 Pro's in terms of image sensor noise, especially in low light, though we haven't seen Google's new video boost mode on the Pixel 8 yet, which is supposed to improve low light scenarios. That feature is supposed to roll out later this year in a software update. The Pixel 8 Pro does seem to handle HDR processing and color science a bit better. Another camera feature that's a plus with the S23 Ultra is portrait mode. Overall, it does a slightly better job than the Pixel in my experience. The next benefit you get with the S23 Ultra is the S Pen, which is housed at the bottom of the phone and enables some of the features I talked about earlier with OneUI. It's a really unique part of this phone, and it's one of the only phones you can buy today with a stylus. The S23 Ultra's Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor also beats Google's new Tensor 3 chip in Geekbench scores, so that's another benefit you get with the S23 Ultra. However, both phones run really smooth in my experience so far, and even though the Geekbench scores for the S23 Ultra are better, it's not like Samsung markets the phone with new AI features tied to that chip like Google does with Tensor. So even though you are getting better performance, feature-wise, it doesn't necessarily get you more new stuff compared to the Pixel 8 Pro. Alright, the last and very important advantage of the S23 Ultra over the 8 Pro is battery life. Now, while both phones have lasted me all day with their battery life, there's just no denying the S23 Ultra's battery life has been better than the 8 Pro's so far, even though the 8 Pro has a slightly larger battery. I'll typically end my day of use with the 8 Pro somewhere in the 40 to 35% range, and the S23 Ultra is closer to 50%. Alright, so that's everything I like about the S23 Ultra. Now, before we get to the Pixel 8 Pro, if you like having the latest technology, you're gonna like this video's sponsor, Roborock. I've been using Roborock vacuums for a while now because they automate my cleaning and they actually clean my carpets pretty well. For a limited time, the company is putting two of their most popular robots on sale: the S8 Pro Ultra, Roborock's most advanced robot, and the Q Revo, a budget-friendly version that also has a multifunction dock. Both docks will auto-empty, wash the mops, dry them, as well as refill the robot's water tank and house dirty water for easy cleanup. Both can easily map your home with advanced LiDAR. You can view the map in the Roborock app to create rooms and set schedules for your robot. The only things the Q Revo doesn't have compared to the S8 Pro Ultra is a self-cleaning dock, Viba Rise 2.0 mop system, a dual brush system, upgraded reactive 3D obstacle avoidance, and 6,000 Pascal of suction power. The S8 Pro Ultra is on sale for $1,199 which is 25% off, and the Q Revo is on sale for $679 22% off. These deals are only available for a limited time, and any purchase made through our link helps support 6 months later. So click the link below to order yours today. Alright, now let's look at the Pixel 8 Pro and what advantages it offers. The first advantage is Pixel Call Assist, which is actually a feature suite of calling features like Call Screen, where the Google Assistant will converse with whoever's calling you to see if the call is legit or not. And then there's Hold for Me, where you can let the assistant stay on hold for you while you can go do other things. Then there's Direct My Call, which will show you a visualization of menus when you dial certain customer support numbers. And lastly, you get Clear Calling, where the phone removes background sounds and makes your voice easier to hear to the person you're talking to. The next advantage of the Pixel 8 Pro is Pro Photo controls. While Samsung does have similar controls, the thing Google did that was smart here is place them right within the main camera UI, so you don't have to swipe several times to get to them like you do on the S23 Ultra. The next advantage of the Pixel 8 Pro is the cutting-edge on-device Google Assistant, as well as other features powered by Google's Tensor G3 processor. You get features like the ability to read aloud web pages and translate them to other languages, Pixel Speech, where you can switch between multiple languages while talking to the on-device Google Assistant, Audio Magic Eraser, which allows you to reduce certain types of background noise like wind or people in a video that you took, the new Best Take feature, which allows you to automatically Photoshop in different faces from different takes, so you can finally get that photo where no one is blinking, and of course in general, Tensor powers Google's excellent camera system. Comparing these camera systems is a bit of a toss-up. Both are pretty good, but there are differences you do notice. Often I find the Pixel's color science for photos to be a bit better, less punchy with the saturation and especially highlights. The S23 Ultra, in certain situations, it still has a habit of over-processing the look of some photos, especially in more challenging situations where you want more dynamic range. Overall, I find the Pixel does a better job capturing everything you want without blowouts. Another advantage you get with the 8 Pro over the S23 Ultra is cutting-edge software features from Google. Some of these Pixel exclusive features have stayed exclusive, like call screening, while others like the Magic Eraser, which first debuted on the Pixel, eventually moved to Google Photos, and then you could use it on other devices like the S23 Ultra. But if you want the latest and greatest stuff from Google, you definitely want to go with a Pixel. Also, Google's version of Android, while it doesn't have as many features as OneUI, does feel just very slick. There's not a ton of extra stuff auto-downloaded to your phone that you didn't ask for, plus you get newer versions of Android first, and you get feature drops throughout the year as well. This year, one new cutting-edge feature you get with the Pixel that I haven't mentioned yet is the Magic Editor. The Magic Editor uses the power of AI and machine learning to reimagine your photos, allowing you not only to erase things in your photo, but you can select items, resize them, and move them around your photo. It basically is doing in 10 to 15 seconds what it would take me 10 to 15 minutes to do in Photoshop. The next benefit the 8 Pro has over the S23 Ultra is weight and overall exterior design. There's just no getting around it. The S23 Ultra is a heavy phone at 234 grams compared to the 213 grams the Pixel 8 Pro weighs. Also, the Pixel 8 Pro has a flat screen, making it easier to put a screen protector on, and more rounded edges, which makes it nicer to hold in your hand. Ergonomics for something you hold in your hand for potentially at least an hour every day matter quite a bit, and the Pixel 8 wins hands down in that category. Now, the last two advantages of the 8 Pro over the S23 Ultra are price and 7 years of software updates. Google's Pixel devices are now an outlier in the industry with their promise of 7 years of software updates, compared to Samsung's promise of 4 years of OS updates, and Apple's 5, which is pretty impressive and definitely makes a stronger case for going with a Pixel if you want to keep your phone as long as possible. The Pixel 8 Pro starts at $999 US, where the S23 Ultra retails for $1,200 US, though you can often find the S23 Ultra for the same price as the Pixel 8 Pro, as retailers discount it before the holidays and before the S24 Ultra goes on sale early next year. So which one of these phones do I think you should get? Well, this year it really is a toss-up between these two, but if I had to pick one, it would be the Pixel 8 Pro. For its lower starting price, its better ergonomics, 7 years of promised software updates, and better phone calling features. The camera systems of each phone both have their pluses and minuses, but there's not a clear winner to me, and while yes, the S23 Ultra definitely has better battery life, for a day of moderate use, the Pixel 8 Pro for me has been fine so far. So those are my thoughts on these two phones. If you think I got it right, or you think I got something wrong, let me know down in the comments, and I've left purchase links in the description and comments below in case you want to learn more about these devices or check their current price. Consider giving this video a thumbs up if you liked it and found it helpful, and subscribe for more. And to see more content I've made on both of these phones, you can get to that by clicking on the videos above. For 6 months later, I'm Josh Tedder. Thanks for watching.